Yo, hop on, bro. The new title update just dropped. Come on, I made a video on it.
That's what this is.
Hey, what's up guys? T-dawg here. Today, we're filming in a new location, the Gathering Hub. No? Oh, the Grand Hub. Okay. This location was newly added in Monster Hunter Wild's first title update. Should this have been in the base game? Yeah, it's the first game without it at launch, but unfortunately, that's just the state of gaming right now. Moving on, this update includes some new features. Here's the full list, but I'm gonna name the more upfront ones. Mizuzune, the Fated 4, has returned alongside its temper variant. No way! Dang! So Shia has finally returned as well in high rank, and is stronger than ever. The Grand Hub, as mentioned before, has been added, with some new features like arena quests and more. And finally, there's a quest you can do for Alma. That's the first one I did. I'm just saying. But yeah, this video will be going over every notable part of the update. Feel free to search around and find a certain section in the timestamps below. Beginning with Mizuzune. Mizuzune is a welcome addition to Monster Hunter Wilds. Being another returning monster from Rise, it's different enough to stand out from the rest. While you should be able to handle the regular fight with mild to moderate difficulty, that's not the story with the tempered version. Tempered Mizuzune, in my experience, is the hardest hitting monster in the game. I can't recall a single time where I've been one-shot. That's with Mega Armor Skin, Defense Up, and now fully maxed out Zoshia armor. To keep it simple, don't be surprised if you caught a couple of times. Mizuzune is definitely a tough fight compared to other tempered monsters, so don't feel dejected if you fail at first. I try to spam traps, flash bombs, and usually keep it an ailment weapon as my secondary, like paralysis or poison. That's the best way I've been able to keep a very agile monster in place temporarily, and just pray that I don't immediately get one shot. Speaking of, let's go over why Mizuzune might be so difficult in this game. Mizuzune is extremely quick and has a lot of momentum-based attacks. Just being near this thing half the time will guarantee you're about to get hit if not prepared. Despite being the base version of this monster, Mizuzune in this game takes a lot of motifs from Soul Seer Mizuzune, a deviant introduced in Generations Ultimate. If you haven't played it before, it's on Switch. I highly recommend it. It's a great game. As the fight progresses, you'll then notice the bubbles begin to burn you, which is from the Soul Seer variant. Then, when at low health, Mizuzune charges his inner 2015 and goes,
Sans Undertale mode.
Why? Is it explained? Not really. You kinda just have to figure it out. You are the ecologist after all. Here are its weapons and armor. Let's see what it's based off of. Here we go. The concept of Mizuzune's armor was a fox marriage. The male armor gives the appearance of a groom, while the female armor gives the appearance of a bride. Mizuzune's equipment design comes from the kimono. Huh, interesting. I never knew this concept before. I'd recommend looking it up. Every bit of research I do in these videos are down below my Google Doc, which is in the description if you're interested. Now, to our next section. Like I stated in the beginning of the video, Zoshia is back. Finally, I might add. Respectfully, I'm not going to keep restarting the campaign for this guy. Even if you can join online hunts, that's still kind of bad in my opinion, but let's focus on the monster itself. Zoshia has reformed after we've defeated it the first time. Truthfully, I didn't have too much trouble fighting it again, but I have seen online of it giving people a really hard time. Admittedly, I haven't fought it solo like I did the first time, so keep that in mind as we proceed. I only really got close to carding maybe once, but even that was enough to make me lock in, that way I don't get instantly vaporized. Besides that, it had a crazy amount of health, so I finally slayed it after like 20 plus minutes, which isn't bad. It is like the final monster, after all. And that's really it for the fight itself. I didn't notice any new moves or anything, or forms, and couldn't find anything either online from my quick glance, so let's just go over to the weapons and armor. Originally, in my script, I was supposed to like freak out and be like, oh my god, it's so fire, it's so crazy. But like, I got neighbors, so I can't really be too loud, and so I'll just be regular, I guess. Oh, I'm supposed to say something? My bad. Zoshia's armor is the coolest in the game, and it goes for the cats as well, in my opinion. I don't know what exactly it draws inspiration from, but just check out the gear, bro. Look at this. But yeah, enjoy the hunt. I'm sure in the future, we'll get an arc-tempered version that will make me regret everything I've ever said about it, but that's just how it goes. Now, to the next section. So, we finally got the Great Hub, now called the Grand Hub. With it comes your standard hub features such as arm wrestling, eating food with the boys, and just chilling. This time around, we have a new sport, bowling, but with actual explosives. Gemma kind of takes a back seat and lets the legend teach her new smithing techniques, which is pretty cool. As I'm running this, I haven't seen any discussion about who this is, but at a glance, it kind of looks like the smithy from Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, but I'm not really sure. If you have any idea, let me know. Continuing on, the hub itself is pretty cool, resting in what looks like the ribcage of a Dalmadur. The diva is a welcome return, skipping both worlds and rise. I just recommend that you sit back and relax sometimes. Just listen to the music, you know? But maybe asking, what's the big deal? Who cares about some hub space, right? If you're a vet of the series and already know, feel free to skip ahead. Originally, I had a multiple paragraph statement about like how things change, and I even mentioned like the ship of Theseus about if you change certain things and replace it with other things, is it still the same thing or is it something different? And that kind of strayed a little bit too far away from the actual video topic, and so I won't include it, but it will be in the script. If you guys ever do want me to kind of talk about like things that have changed throughout the series as a whole, you know, let me know. I'll do that. But I'll kind of shorten it by saying the Grand Hub or the Great Hub or whatever is something that's pretty much been around in the series since the beginning. And so it was kind of disappointing for it not to be in this game. And I know there are things with how Capcom made multiplayer in this game where you kind of just join up anywhere for the most part. It's a lot more free, a lot more open, a lot more space for stuff. It's easier than ever to have multiplayer with your friends, but it's just one of those things that for a lot of people who've played the series for a long time, it's important to have. And it still kind of shows that Capcom cares about like the OGs. But yeah, that's it with that. That kind of wraps it up though. We have arena quests and challenge quests. Well, challenge quests in theory, because they're not really in the game right now. I think like on the 10th, they're releasing one. I'm not really a fan of arena quests, truthfully. I never really have liked them, but you do you, you know? Try them out. If you like them, you like them. To finish the major update, we have a new quest for Alma. It's pretty simple, but you unlock a cool feature. I won't spoil it, but it's pretty nice. So check it out. Yeah, that kind of wraps up the video. Sorry, this is kind of late. I was supposed to release this on the 6th. Like, I wrote the script and everything the night that it released. I recorded all the gameplay the night it released, the update. But yeah, I just got busy with like my other channel stuff and just work and just life stuff. So I have another video coming down the pipeline in a few days. So we should be back to normal schedule soon, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thank you so much for watching. We were like 150 away from, I think, 1,000 subscribers. Once we do hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a special announcement. So, you know, tune in. But that's it. See ya. Also, shout out to Sun Browen. I'm not really sure. I haven't been corrected yet. He has made fan art for me, and I really appreciate it. This is the first ever instance of fan art on my channel. And yeah, so show him some love. Here's his Instagram. And if you see him in chat, say what's up, because he's a goat.